If you're a business or organization, you could possibly have marketing debt. And marketing debt is the absence of consistent marketing, the absence of the proper care and feeding of your marketing plan, and making sure you have the distribution and the right product mix. So I'm Kimberly Snyder. I'm the CEO and founder of Online Marketing in a Box. And we work with customers all the time that are out of balance in their product mix and or they haven't been doing it in a while. So marketing debt is, if you haven't done it in a while and you haven't been active, you cannot catch up all of a sudden and put a bunch of time and money and catch up to that goodwill, because it takes time to get your channels configured and totally streamlined. You also really need to understand exactly the goals and objectives. You need to understand what it is for each of those platforms. So whether it's paid, depending on which type of paid platform it is. So the way that I best describe it is that I should always have 4 buckets. So if you think of a pie, you should have a bucket that you own or a piece of pie that you own, right? So that's your website. That's if you're doing a podcast, that's videos. The second bucket is free, and that is social media. And you don't pay for that. It's super easy to get up and going. You don't pay to join. You might have money going towards that. The third bucket or piece of pie is borrowed or leveraged. And that is typically also free, but there might be a small barrier to entry. So a little bit of time to set up, a little bit of money, some sort of criteria or certification. So it might be belonging to an organization or a professional organization, getting your podcast up on iTunes as opposed to maybe a free podcast, which would go in the free section. And the fourth piece that you need to make sure that you have a balance in your marketing product mix or your pie is paid. And within paid, again, you're going to have multiple channels. So it depends if you're, online or offline or digital, however you want to compare it. But it could be anything from trade show. Yes, it could be a trade show. Maybe not right now or in the pandemic, but it could be a trade show. It could be a mailing. Again, probably not doing mailings right now if you're a B2B. If you're B2C, you could be mailing if you have the addresses. Could be pay-per-click. It could be programmatic. It could be contextual. It could be, common Facebook ads, which, by the way, during the pandemic, the Facebook ads are a lot cheaper and getting approved. So highly recommend you doing that right now. So you should have a very even pie. If your pie is not even, it means you have too much or too little in one area, which means that you could possibly have risk, and or it means that you may have the marketing debt. One of the areas I see this is companies rely on referrals, which is great to have referrals. However, when you think about the pie, there's only one piece of the pie, so you're missing areas in the other, and it means that you haven't exercised that ability to truly understand why people are coming to the pains, the pleasures, the pains that you're helping with, the pleasures that you're giving them to work with you. So you haven't gone through that whole marketing channel. And so if you need to ramp up, it's just not, let's throw a Facebook ad and go. There's so many questions. You don't even know who to target. You don't even know what you're trying to solve for them. So it is marketing debt. You cannot condense all of that marketing data and research that you would have been having the whole time if you've been active in marketing. And again, it could be online and offline. It's the same thing to happen right away. It's like you can't, a baby takes 9 months. You can't just throw a bunch of resources and have it happen faster. So make sure that you are not doing the activities that put you in that marketing debt. Make sure that your pie is full. Make sure that you have, typically we like to recommend 3 to 5 channels, products, campaigns, resources, whatever you're doing, in at least one of those 4 areas. So at least 3 to 5 and owned, at least 3 to 5 and owned, by the way. So not only is it voice and whatever, but it's white paper stuff that you're creating that you actually own, and then you can distribute out. So 3 to 5 in the free, 3 to 5 in borrowed, and finally 3 to 5 in the paid. And you also don't want to go crazy and do too many. You really need to understand what you're doing. And so you're not going to do a campaign for all products, and you're going to be really honed in, but you need to make sure that those are all working. You have those channels up and set and configured so that you have your marketing dollars allocated, that you're using them the best way, that you are not falling into that marketing debt. The final thing is that I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. We are going to talk about business growth and strategy, finding those alternate streams. Marketing is one of them because it drives revenue. So we look at those additional revenue streams. So please subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have any questions below.